Okay, fun with teles today. We're going to heavily modify a tele that I modded for a customer here last year. Last year he wanted to put it was a three pickup Telecaster already, but he wanted to put a bridge pickup in the middle position, so I had to route the channel out for it. And not a big deal, pretty simple job actually, but he wanted something with a little more spank, a little more punch to the middle, so we hooked him up. But now he wants to change that out, take the ceramic bar pickup out and put he wants to put an A.K.A. pickup into it, which we've got that. That's not a problem. That's easy. The other thing is he wants to add a trem to this guitar, which is going to prove to be a little bit more difficult on this particular one because it's not routed. It's a fixed bridge like most teles are, but this one kind of is going to be a throwback for me because my first Fender bass guitar was a 1976 Mustang ash body, but it had the Fender Dynamic Vibrato bridge set up on it that was indicative of the Mustang and the Jaguar and the Jag Stangs and things like that. Well, he wanted to do something a little different on this guitar. It's old, it's beat up, but it's an instrument that he absolutely loves. So I believe he got it from a friend of his who tried at one time to put what's it called? He tried to put a Bigsby on it at one time, and that obviously didn't work out too well, because if we start looking at this thing, I don't know what they were thinking about when he carved this thing up, because well, this thing's going to take a little bit of work because yeah, it looked like they tried to carve out the openings for the thimbles on the other bridge with a hammer and chisel. I mean, yeah, wow, you can put your wheat in there. Yuck. So yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this thing. Trying to get this in, get these filled up, get it done right. So yeah, there's gonna be some interesting times with this. But now that we know what we're doing, we got all the parts in, let's have some fun. Before we do that, let's create a point of reference here, so that I at least have something to work with later. It's always a little nicer when you think ahead. And again, nothing more than just a point of reference for me to be able to work with later. It gives me an idea as to about where I'll be looking when it comes to these what in the world? I don't even know what that is. Pretty sure it's not approved even for custom shop stuff, so. We've even got a screw in here that's been cut off. There's one there that's been cut off. Wow. Okay. I don't know what he went at this thing with, but wow. Fortunately, I can save it. It's gonna be some work, be some fun. We're right about where I need him. All right, let's see. Okay, so I've got a couple broken screws in here. Forgot to start the camera. So basically what I've done is I've chiseled out just a little bit around this screw because it goes in at a funky angle. This one I think I'll be able to drill out because it's pretty much straight. So hopefully I can get a good bite with the drill bit and get down into it, put a tool in it, turn it out. This one, I said I kind of had to chisel out, and I'm going to have to re-drill this hole because that's right where one of my screws is going to go for this plate. It's just about spot on where it's going to have to go, so I'm going to have to drill that out, as will I do these two big monsters here. So, so now that I've got most of this chiseled out, we're going to see if we can get a good bite on it here, and possibly get this thing to start turning. All that did was make it mad. A little more chiseling. So it wasn't really at a funky angle, but it was definitely bent at the top. So definitely had some issues with that. Let's see if I can get this thing drilled out. It moved. There we go. And all I did was hammer a little bitty tiny Torx bit into it. Best screw extractors I've found yet. So all screws have been extracted. Now I will have to drill a hole using a Forstner bit down into each one of these, drill a small hole into this one, fill it all in, use some dowel rods to fill these in. This body is made out of ash. I have some ash over here. I might be able to make some dowels out of them, and possibly even come close to matching the grain in this thing, since it's trans black. So we'll see how this works out. Even if I don't match the grain, I can at least hide most of this, but these holes on the sides are so big that it's definitely not going to hide everything. I can hide most of it, but part of it's going to be seen. So we'll see what we can figure out. There we go. There's our plug.